Previously on the Tank Run. That's right, let's go! Hey everybody, I'm gonna do something a little bit different with this video, because once we reached Aldrich, I hit probably the biggest difficulty barrier for this challenge run for me. And what you're watching here is actually most of the deaths that I had fighting him over a span of 2 entire streams. So there wasn't very much that happened in between all this besides just dying over and over. So I wanted to take the opportunity to address some of the comments that I've been getting on my various social media platforms about how well I do at these games and how they could never do the things that I'm doing. First off, I just want to point out that you can absolutely do the things that I'm doing, and probably more. A lot of the comments that I see is, Silver, I don't know how you do this. I gave up on the game at the tutorial boss. Or, Silver, I don't have the patience for this. Or, I could never be that good. Or various similar comments and the like. Now, what you might find interesting is I actually view Souls-likes, specifically the FromSoft games, in a very similar way to how I view my life. So the way the games are designed is you're just dropped into these worlds and you're just left to your own devices. And they seem really unfair, but the reality of it is that you have all of the tools that you need in order to succeed if you're willing to put in the time and the effort to learn what's going on and how to use what you've been given. And I find that it's actually similar to life, specifically my life. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, being disabled, it's like I'm dropped into life, kind of playing hard mode, I guess you could say. But what I've learned is that God has given me all of the tools that I need in order to not only live my life, but to live it well. And it's my job to learn how to use what I've been given to the fullest extent that I know how to do it. And so, what I would say, for those of you that are like, these games are too hard, I'm not patient enough for these games, or I'm just not good enough, I would say that there's actually some life lessons that can be learned from playing these games. And the first one, obviously for anyone that's played this, is patience. You're going to fail, and you're going to fail a lot. And having the patience to be able to just say, okay, we died, let's come back and try it again, can really translate to other things in life if you look at it the right way. And in the same vein, it helps to build endurance and persistence against adverse circumstances. Because, of course, not everything in life is going to be easy. And sometimes they just seem outright unfair, and sometimes they actually are. And if we can build endurance and persistence to push through regardless of the difficulty, we can get much further than what we might expect. Something else I've noticed is that it also teaches adaptability. I'm sure you've noticed that some bosses tend to be weaker to certain weapons or damage types or movesets, or you get the idea. And while you can sit there and just bash your head against the wall with a certain strat, like what I'm doing with this challenge run, they also teach you that if you have other tools available to you, that those tools might be better suited for the task. And if you don't have the tools available to you, that it might be time to go out and explore, whether that actually be finding a new item or learning a new skill or what have you. Again, this can translate to things in life. It also teaches critical thinking. So again, you can just rush in and bash your head against the wall and hope RNG plays nice with you. Or you can actually sit there, step back, and think critically about what the boss is doing, what you're doing, and how you can adjust based off of what is happening in the moment, which can also help to prevent you from just getting stuck in a rut. Again, adaptability. So again, I would definitely recommend coming back and trying these games again if you've given up on them. Especially if you find that you have trouble with patience or sticking to things in life in general. And while this doesn't mean in the long run as much as, like starting your own business or anything like that, this can be a great starting point for teaching you those kinds of things. And if you really want to dig in and learn all of this patience and endurance and adaptability and critical thinking, try a challenge run, like what I'm doing. Set yourself some interesting limitations that you think might be fun, and stick to them for the entirety of the run, and see what happens. But I'll stop rambling, and I will let you see what my personal patience and persistence and adaptability and critical thinking has gotten me. And until we meet again, Jesus loves you, I love you. Y'all stay awesome, alright? Check this out. I'm actually exploring quite a bit. It's probably not going the right direction in general is all. Doors of the Abyss Watchers? The souls are dark. I'd venture to say that's probably good. Yes. What a song? Okay. Get off the pillar! Oh my word. Next time on the Tank Run.